Hey, what's up, guys? Koolaid here. Welcome to another episode of Killing Time with Koolaid. We'll get to you guys' questions in a few minutes, and I do have some good questions today, so stay tuned for that. Sorry for last week's slow week. Only did one video, did no Killing Time. Basically had a wedding and stuff that I was getting ready for, and doing some stuff that had to do with that. I'm not gonna go into detail, but anyways. This week I'm going to try to get out 3 or 4 videos for you guys. You know, I did the Fragger video yesterday, doing this today. If there's a big patch tomorrow, I'll do the patch notes review. If it's just the release of Phoenix and there's not much else to it, then I'll just skip that this time around. We'll see. We'll just see how it goes. But what I want to do is try to get the Phoenix, all about Phoenix video up by the end of the week. One thing that I did in PlanetSide 2 that people really appreciated is when anything new came out, I tried to get a video up for it either that same day or at least within a couple days. Now, I don't have as much time now as I used to have for when I was doing PlanetSide 2 videos, but I want to try to get the new mercs up as soon as I possibly can, which is, you know, if they get released on a Wednesday, I should be able to get them up by Friday, assuming I don't have anything else going on in real life. So that's something to look forward to, I guess. After that, I'm not sure. Probably do Sawbones or Kira next week. I get a lot of different requests. I have not yet done a medic. Phoenix will actually be my first, and really don't know a lot about Phoenix yet. I'm just kind of waiting for him to come out before I really dive into him. But from what I've heard, he looks pretty fun. I was actually hoping for Stoker, because I was looking forward to another merc that uses the AK-74 or the Timic is what it's called in game. But it looks like Stoker's probably going to be the next merc after Phoenix. So a couple other quick updates. I said I was working on a montage for you guys. I said it was probably going to be all proxy. I haven't been playing a lot of proxy since then, however, so I don't have enough proxy footage for like a full montage. You know, I'm not going to do like long kill streaks or anything. I typically don't do that with montages. I use like little short clips that are either fun or funny or, you know, just really exciting, you know, little short clips so that they don't drag on. And then I use my longer kill streaks for merc videos and whatever. But since I haven't been playing too much proxy, I'm just going to do a montage with whatever I have. And I should have close to enough to make a 3, 4, 5 minute montage. And I'm going to try to work on that a little bit this weekend. So hopefully that should be up for you guys. Maybe this weekend, but the following weekend probably at the latest. So if you guys like montages, I guess that's something to look forward to as well. And one last thing before I get to you guys' questions, you're going to notice a lot of Fragger and Bushwacker gameplay in here. Basically, why that is because whenever I do the all about merc videos, I collect a bunch of footage for each merc, obviously, and then I don't necessarily use the best kill streaks or, you know, the best footage that I have. I use what kind of fits and what fits along with what I'm talking about. So I always have leftover clips, and I try to use them up when I do the next episode of Killing Time with Koolaid. And obviously, I just did Fragger and I did Bushwacker last week. Didn't do a Killing Time with Koolaid last week, so that's why you're seeing it. And I always still have, even after that, I usually have footage left over that I always plan on saving for certain things. It usually sits on my hard drive for a while, then I end up deleting it. But in case you were wondering, that's how I kind of pick and choose my footage for Killing Time with Koolaid and all about merc videos. But anyways, to get to your guys' questions, first one is from Freedom Maniac, and he wants to know, have you ever played Black Light Retribution? Then he goes on to talk about it, which I'm not going to read because no, I do not play Black Light Retribution. Really, because anytime I've actually been kind of bored and never had a game to play, it's never really crossed my mind, honestly. I've never really looked into it. I've seen a little bit of gameplay from it. I just have no friends that play it. I mean, that's pretty much all there is to it. Maybe it's something I'll check out in the future. I don't know how the community is now, if there's a lot of people, if it has a decent player base still or not. I guess let me know if you actually play it, if it's worth playing. I know Freedom Maniac thinks it is, but I'd like to hear some more thoughts on that as well. Next question is from Felglent, and he wants to know, what do you think the lifespan of Dirty Bomb will be? Can you see it being similar to something like League of Legends, or will it just die out as fast as it came? And honestly, I think that depends on two things. are the developers going to add new content? Are we going to get some new maps? You know, 5 maps is not many maps, even for a free-to-play game. You know, I would like to see something like 3 more maps added within the next 6 months. I don't know if that's even possible, but I think that would go a long way towards keeping the community happy. Maybe more game modes. I know Execution is coming out, but I don't think a lot of people are too excited about that. But the other big thing that I think is going to have a major effect on how long the lifespan of Dirty Bomb will be is Overwatch. You know, Overwatch is going to be a similar style shooter to Dirty Bomb, and if Overwatch is just a phenomenal game, then I can see a ton of people leaving the Dirty Bomb community and going and playing Overwatch. And Dirty Bomb doesn't have a huge community to begin with. Sure, there's always going to be some hardcore Dirty Bomb players, or there is somewhat of a competition scene and that, but you know, it doesn't have a huge community. So I think that's pretty much the best I can answer your question. It just really depends on Overwatch and how much the devs are willing to add new content. Next question is from Liv, something like that. He asks, is there a merc that you would like to see added to the lineup? And basically asked me to kind of create my own merc. And you know, I have trouble doing stuff like this. I'm not good at stuff like this, but I decided to create my favorite merc. And I almost said from real life, but from comic books. If you guys don't know me, well, I do read comic books, and I read a lot of Deadpool. And Deadpool is often known as the merc with a mouth. And every time I hear merc, I think of Deadpool. So I decided to kind of create Dirty Bomb's version of Deadpool. And what I'm going to do is he's going to have a submachine gun primary. And I don't mean one of the primary submachine guns, but kind of like Sparks, where he's going to have a secondary submachine gun as his primary. And his secondary is also going to be a secondary submachine gun. Deadpool is very proficient with weapons. He can use pretty much everything, but for the case of trying to make it somewhat balanced for the game, I'm going to give him 2 submachine guns. Yes, it's not something that actually happens in Dirty Bomb, but we're doing it. And then he's going to have 100 health. He's going to be quite fast at a 430 speed rating, I guess we'll say. And his special abilities are, actually we'll get to his melee weapons. He's actually going to dual wield katanas. And not the katanas that Phantom uses. They're going to do less damage, but they're going to have, since he's dual wielding them, they're going to be a faster attack. They're going to do smaller damage, but they're going to attack faster. There's really no point to it. It's just, that's how I'm doing it. So for his abilities, he's going to have a health regeneration that kicks in faster than any of the other mercs. If you know anything about Deadpool, he's got a healing factor. And I don't mean to get too nerdy on you guys, but it's a lot like Wolverine, so you guys probably know a little bit more about. But basically, he can't die. He just regenerates. And that's another thing for his primary ability. He's going to have 2. The first one's going to be a self-revive. We'll just say the same as Phoenix's. And I don't know too much about Phoenix's self-revive yet, but for the sake of balance, I guess, we'll say it's the same as Phoenix's. And for his other abilities, he's going to have explosive teddy bears that will charge in a straight line. If the enemy doesn't shoot them, they explode on impact or after a timer. And the reason I'm going with explosive teddy bears is because Deadpool does stupid stuff like that. And that's probably the reason I read Deadpool comics. But anyways, that probably wasn't exactly what you wanted. And like I said, I'm not very good at doing stuff like this, so I thought I'd just have a little bit of fun with it. So I think after my failed merc project I just did there, I'm going to wrap this up. If you have questions for me, send them via private message on YouTube or leave them in the comment section of this video. Normally I tell you guys not to do that. However, the private message system on YouTube sucks ass. So if you have questions for me, feel free to leave them in the comment section now. It's actually probably easier than the private message system on YouTube. But anyways, guys, that's all I have. So as always, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to y'all later.
Yo, defuse that shit.
That'll take some repair.
Defuse it. I need some cover.
I killed 5 of them, and I'll kill another 5 here tomorrow.
Someone else.